Welcome to a bonus edition of Nerd Flow podcast. It is myself, Royalty, and Young Flight and the rest.
Yo, what up?
And today we're going to be talking about something that dropped on yesterday out of nowhere, because I don't think we even kind of knew that they were going to even drop a demo for this. But we're going to be talking about our impressions on the demo for the Final Fantasy VII remake that'll be dropping on April 10th on PS4. Exclusively exclusively I think it'll be on PS4 for like a year before it drops on like Xbox and stuff like that. So PlayStation have it for a full year exclusivity before it goes over to the Xbox. But
Which only makes sense because Final Fantasy VII was one of the games that made PlayStation. It's one of the games that made Sony a competitor.
right, true that. So let's kick it off. So, Young, I'll let you. I know you've played because I wasn't I'll say coming up in my early PlayStation days, I was not a avid Final Fantasy fan. So I'll let you take the lead on this as far as like what part of the game were we in the demo itself.
Okay, so my memory, like literally, I beat Final Fantasy VII back in 1997, 98. So my memory a little foggy on the game because I haven't played.
I think it is 90. I don't know for sure. I think it is. I want to say I think it is 97 though. I think it is 97.
All right, so it's been like over 20 years since I played the game. So I just remember how much fun I had playing Final Fantasy VII, and then for us to have a remake, we got the information about Square Enix doing a remake so many years ago, and we had just been waiting. So exactly where we at in the game, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to end up going back and playing Final Fantasy VII, the original, over again, and I'm just gonna load up the emulator on my computer so I can compare games. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't know exactly where we were at in playing the demo of the remake, but my impressions of the game is that it's everything like the game is, how you always wanted when you was playing any RPG back in the day, how you wanted the cutscenes to be the actual game. And that's the feel I got from Final Fantasy VII Remake. It was like it was the actual RPG I wanted to play of that game, because going from the cutscenes to the fighting, and I also like the fact that it gives you the option. You can play where it's like in the battle mode where you free to battle how you want to, or you can go back to the classic mode where it's turn-based RPG, which I was never a fan of turn-based RPG. I like Kingdom Hearts was one of the first RPGs I played that wasn't turn-based, and I've been hooked ever since on that type of RPG.
Yeah, and that's been like the same thing for myself too. Is like Kingdom Hearts 2 was kind of one of the first games I played like that from Square Enix, which got me kind of hooked on that. Because I was always a hack and slash person. I was always like a Devil May Cry person, and I would watch and see friends of mine growing up, and they would play it, and I'm like, I just can't. I'm an impatient person, so I can't really. I don't want to sit there and just like wait for myself to attack, and then the enemy attacks me, and then I do an attack. It's like I don't like that type of pacing. So when Final Fantasy started doing a lot of their games like that, where they let you choose between turn based and like a action type thing, I mean that really intrigued me. And with Final Fantasy VII, as much as friends of ours and we've talked about it, and I've talked about it as knowing it being the greatest game, I had never really sat down and really played it, but I knew its lineage, and then with Sephiroth being known as probably one of the hands down best villain in a video game,
Pretty much he like pretty much in the top tier. He like God mode in video game villains.
Uh-huh.
I mean, I think like you know what? That's a topic for actual nerd flow. Best video game villains.
Yeah, that would definitely be a good topic to cover with, especially in the video, because it's a lot of, the Far Cries. They take it to a whole nother level with their antagonists in their games.
And see, I'm not like I've never gotten into Far Cry. Like
me it's the same thing with me. Like me neither, but I hear about like these certain like just villains, and they, even you haven't even played. I haven't even played like some of the Far Cries, and I've tried to get into them, but it's just not my cup of tea. But
pretty much,
yeah. But I've heard that they're the antagonists in the games themselves are like very very like very well done, very good. So, but back to Final Fantasy VII, but yeah, with the controls and the hack, it was like I was hooked. World is freaking just amazing and beautiful.
Yes.
I played on a PS4 Pro and I have a 4K TV, so you can imagine what my experience was and what it looked like.
Look, I'm playing on the same TV I had when I had my PlayStation 3. And it like Angry V guy came over and played it. He was like, "Damn, this even look good on your TV." The game is just freaking beautiful, man. Mm-hmm. Like, it's... We waited 30 years for this game, but it looks like it was well worth the wait.
Yeah.
And, like, I was like, thoroughly impressed. I got to play the whole game, but I played the demo twice. So, if a demo that I can only play one segment of a story got me hooked like that, then I'm pretty sure I'm going to be thoroughly impressed with the full game.
Yeah. And me myself, man, I was in my head, I was like, I'm gonna pre-order it. I'm definitely gonna, in my head, I'm like, before the demo came, I'm like, I'm gonna pre-order, I'm gonna get around to pre-ordering it. But like after playing that demo yesterday, I'm like, when I got done, I was like, I need to go pre-order this. I need to stop procrastinating. I need to go pre-order this. I need to get it because I want this game day one. Because, I mean, we're in a very unique situation right now in the gaming climate right now where there's not really a whole lot of, like, stuff coming out, like, this year. Because right now we're on a holding pattern with games because we're on the cusp of a new generation of games.
Right.
And so there's not really a lot coming out. We got, like, Doom Eternal comes out on the 20-something. I think it's the 20th. This month, and then next month it's Final Fantasy VII, and then after that it's The Last of Us, which I think is May, and I think the summer nobody ever really releases anything big and noteworthy. And
you would think kids be out of school and everything. You would think like you would want to capitalize on the summer.
I don't understand. I never understand the thought process in the gaming industry. That thought process when it comes to that type of thing. Maybe they're light on like employees, so everybody goes on summer vacations and stuff. Like I
guess
I don't know. I never understood that thought concept of like not releasing like big AAA titles or titles that'll get people to just kids or just gamers to like buy it, and then because most gamers, man, it's like most of the time gamers, we inside people. We gonna be inside on the game or whatever the case may be. Outside is a thing that we ain't really doing a lot of. So,
I mean, I guess you could say that like nowadays, but I guess. But I mean, as far as like for Final Fantasy VII, I'm coming over to the dark side.
Okay, what does that mean?
I'm doing digital.
Okay.
And the only reason I'm doing digital is because I just feel like if I was in any other city, I would feel like my game would be at the store.
Right. Yeah, because you have to wait for that. If it's you're doing physical and you have to wait for midnight release, it's in the situation
Yeah,
is the game. I'm not saying the game Final Fantasy is not big enough, but in some cases, is the game big enough? In a lot of other cases, is it big enough to warrant a midnight release? Versus where if you're doing digital, it doesn't matter. It's coming out if you're in the central, like we're in Central Time Zone where we are. In Central Time, it's at 11 o'clock. A lot of games are like 11 p.m. It's available to down. It's available to click play and play it like before Tuesday.
yeah.
And that's like the big. That's really like the that's like the biggest thing about it. But I mean, overall, man, I'll say probably my only, probably smallest complaint about it will probably be like the camera. Like my camera got kind of wonky in some spots, but I know they have like you can press in on the analog sticks to lock the camera to an opponent, but the camera still kind of went wonky. I don't like.
Well, it just depends on. I know what you're talking about, but to me, it wasn't a big deal because it just depends on the position your character in.
Yeah.
That's because when you switching characters, like when you switch from Cloud to the other guy, it's just like Barrett. Yeah, I was just, you know what? I knew his name was something like that, but I wanted to say Barnett for some reason. But when you switch from Cloud to Barrett, like if you switching from Cloud and Barrett kind of like in a jacked up position, you got to readjust them.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all it is. The camera don't automatically right itself. You got to write it yourself.
Yeah. But nah, man. Overall, I mean, like I said, it's gonna be it's a good game. I've been seeing a lot of people comments in different community groups I'm in on Facebook, PlayStation groups and stuff like that, and
yeah, it's getting great reviews.
Yeah, it's real positive, man. Real positive. If they can keep it, they can keep it free of like any type of bugs or anything like that, then we'll be in a good. I mean, single player game, I don't think you really too much have to worry about. We're gonna be in good shape. This is gonna be probably pretty confident can say in the top running for game of the year.
I'm pretty sure it will be.
It'll be in the same conversation as Last of Us 2 because we know Last of Us 2 is gonna be in that same conversation as well.
Yeah. But I got a feeling that this Final Fantasy remake will probably bring in a lot of people that probably stopped playing games a few years ago. And because it's going to bring a feeling of nostalgia with that feeling of playing something new.
Yeah, it's definitely going to bring in people who probably never even touched the Final Fantasy, like myself. It's gonna definitely bring in a lot of new people. I mean, even though your Final Fantasy, what is it, 15, I believe.
Yeah.
Like Final Fantasy 15 has the same system as well. I just never really picked it up. But I actually just
it's basically the Kingdom Hearts fighting system.
Yeah,
it's the same system. It's not as pretty as Kingdom Hearts is, if I can say that. It's more gritty looking, and but it's that same system.
Yeah, I'm gonna check that. I actually download that. It's on Final Fantasy 15 is on Game Pass right now, but I'm playing it on. I just downloaded it last night for PC, so I'm gonna play it on. I'm gonna play Final Fantasy 15 on PC probably this weekend. Check that. I kind of get used to the system since it is the same exact fighting system that's in 7. So.
And, what else I was gonna say? Oh, I just said I was gonna go digital, but I may go hard copy just because I remember Final Fantasy VII being 2 discs, and I know this game isn't gonna be 2 discs, but it was just like when I went and bought that game, it was just like, damn, this game. And you don't think about memory back then. Back then, you wasn't thinking about memory because you just had a memory card, but like. Playing that game, I realized it had to have its own specific memory card.
Oh yeah, because it was so. Yeah, I remember like the saves on them were pretty large.
Yeah, so it was like one of those situations. So now I got to do a coin toss between if I'm gonna do digital Hard copy.
And the reason why I switched over to digital was one, the spacing thing as far as like from a collection standpoint for me. The other part of it, I would always sometimes get tempted to, cause I would want something else, and I'm like, the easiest thing to do is just like trade this
Trade it in.
this in to get this. But then I'll have the hunger and the need to want to play something. I would feel nostalgic about a certain old title, and it's like, dang, and it's not even, it's not even cheap because it was like, it could be something that's like really, really good. So the price never really went back down on it. So I just started
almost rebuying it.
Yeah, so I got out of that rhythm of doing this. So I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna start doing digital, and I can always go back to my PlayStation library and just go download it and like play it again.
And see, like, I'm not, because I got a homeboy. He was talking about like, man, now I gotta go delete some stuff off my PS4. I was just like, dude, that's why I went and bought 2 terabyte external hard drive.
Yeah,
I was just like, I just had to do it because you never know when you want to go back and play a game. And then you gotta reinstall the game. You might have to delete something else, reinstall the game, and I was just like, let's put everything on this hard drive. So I'm pretty sure Final Fantasy VII Remake is gonna be a big game, but I'm not worried about space.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing on my PlayStation. Everything is on the hard drive.
I'm not too concerned with that really at all because, like I said, I got an external as well. But I tend to, like, if I know something I want to get into before I get home, if I'm away from home, I'm always on PlayStation app. I automatically go pull up the game. If I already own it, it'll just tell me download the PS4. I got to set mine is on sleep mode, and it automatically is ready to go. A thing that I thought of though, real quick before we go, for the next gen consoles, one feature that's going to be super important if they can actually implement this is allow us to be able to see the pending patches for games via the console's app. If I can see like the actual like update or patch or hot fix or whatever it is, and be able to push that through before I get home, you'll save so many people so much time. Because with a lot of consoles now, it's almost kind of like a thing. If you played the game recently, it'll automatically do it. But if it's a game you haven't touched in a long time, you gotta press play on it, and it's gonna prompt you to say
to patch it.
Yeah, to do a patch or on PlayStation, you hit options and you can just hit check for update, and it'll go put it in the queue to download. But I really hope in this next generation that with games and stuff like that, especially with large patches and stuff like that, we can start to be able to have the ability to be able to kind of like push that stuff through or have it search for a patch via an app and then just push it to the console.
Or like, this would be dope. Like, if you have, like with the PlayStation 5, you have an updated PlayStation app, and it, with your library being connected to your account and everything, it just send you notification this game has a update, and you can just go ahead and update it right there and there from your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's what.
Yeah, send you a notification instead of you having to go search for it.
Yeah, that'd be a cool thing. You're away from home and like it knows just one of the last games you played. There's a patch available. Would you like to download it before and just hit download?
I'm just saying for any games in your library.
Any game. Yeah. No, for sure. That would definitely be like a big thing to do. Okay, man. We're gonna head out of here. We want to do more of these like bonus episodes, kind of give our first impressions on just any content, whether it be like a particular TV show or video games or anime or anything, whatever the case may be. So keep your eyes peeled on our Sprinkler site. Also check out the YouTube channel because this will be hitting the YouTube channel as soon as we're done. Like I always say on the normal Nerdful podcast episodes, if you got like YouTube Premium, you can listen to us with your phone in sleep mode, but with your screen off and still be able to hear the show and all that good stuff. So make sure you guys go check us out, follow, like, subscribe, and all that good stuff. And we'll see you guys for either another bonus episode or we'll see you on the next episode of Nerdful Podcast.
Patreon coming soon.
Yes, sir. We out.